Welcome to the Tipsy Exchange, where your hosts get tipsy and exchange ideas on a specific topic.
With a few sidebars and tangents, it all depends on the tipsiness level.
We'll kick off each episode with a toast.
Feel free to join us, but please drink responsibly.
I'm Berly.
I'm LA. Now let's get tipsy.
Hey, LA.
Hey, Berly.
I have a question.
Lay it on me.
What's your favorite dance scene in a movie or a series or whatever?
Oh, okay. That's kind of tough. I think I would, number one, classic, Pulp Fiction.
Yes, I love that song too.
Yeah.
It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well. Not only the classic, Mia and Vincent at the dance-off, but also in the apartment before Mia overdoses.
Yes.
Girl. Dun,
Yes,
dun, dun,
yes.
dun. You'll be a woman soon. That whole little solo dance sequence. Love that too. One of my favorites to this day. I don't know why. It's a dance off that happens with Damon Wayans in a movie called Earth Girls Are Easy.
I forget he's that old.
And I love it so much. Yeah, he is that old. Like they're in the club and they're like, he's an alien. Damon Wayans is an alien and Earth Girls Are Easy. Spoilers, guys. And so he doesn't really understand exactly what's happening. So he almost approaches it like really playfully. And I just fucking love it. It's one of my favorite dance scenes. Also, Pee-wee.
Oh, yeah.
And to the tequila song. Isn't that what it was?
I think so.
Where he put on the special shoes and got on the bar.
Yeah. I think it is that song. Yeah.
And then we just did Andy nominations last week. Oscar Isaac and Ex Machina, that disco dance he does.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love that. And then as far as like actual dance scenes, those are like my favorite. Well, I guess Damon Wayans could be an actual dance scene, but
yeah.
As far as like real dance scenes, like real serious dance scenes.
Oh, okay.
Cell Block Tango from Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Love that one.
Yeah.
And Moulin Rouge, the Roxanne.
Oh my God, yes.
Roxanne dance scene.
Oh my God, yes.
I love those.
Fabulous.
So
I'm a little partial also to the choreographed dancing in the Office wedding episode.
Oh, yeah. When they're going down the aisle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
I say adorable too much.
It's a good word.
Anyway.
So,
God, now I want to think of more. I'm going to be thinking about this later.
There's so many dance scenes. Like I said, like the Ex Machina one, that happens to be fresh on my mind because I watched it not too long ago. But that's not something that I think that a lot of people would think of with like their best dance scene. The like shirt unbuttoned and the just disco. And I love that scene.
Saturday night. I mean, we're talking about classic Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, that's another one.
You know?
Yeah, lots of good dancing out there. But did you ever think that dance could possibly be the enemy? Dun, dun, dun.
Well, what's that movie? Kevin Bacon, where they
Footloose?
Yeah, it was outlawed there.
Where did he no dancing? Outlawed. No dancing.
No dancing.
Well, today's episode, we're going to talk about how dancing could potentially be not good. Not so great.
Just not great. Not good.
Not good. Not good for you. Okay. But for our toast.
Oh, yeah.
To quote Bob Marley.
Ooh, love him.
Forget your troubles and dance. Forget your sorrows and dance. Forget your sickness and dance. Forget your weakness and dance.
Dance, dance, dance.
Cheers.
Dancing is pretty great, though. I have to say, I'm surprised that it's bad what we're going to talk about, but it gives you endorphins, gets you in shape.
Good cardio.
Yeah.
You know, I remember one time you and I went to a Zumba class.
Oh, yeah?
And
amazing.
Oh, I thought I was going to die. And I'm a ginger, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. You were so red.
When my heart
I was like worried about
going,
you.
I get really, really red.
Yeah.
Like I just do. And people just like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Because I was like, so red.
Red as a tomato.
I get red.
Yeah, but that was like, that's the worst I've ever seen you, though, I feel like.
I get really red. If it starts to turn blue, be worried.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But anyway, so when can dancing be bad?
Mm-hmm.
Dancing
Well,
mania.
Wait, before you get started, you should
What?
mention that you were a dancer.
No, we don't need to talk about
No?
that. No.
Okay.
No.
Carry on.
Okay. So dancing mania was a social phenomenon that occurred primarily in mainland Europe between the 14th and 17th centuries.
Okay.
It involved groups of people dancing erratically, sometimes thousands at a time. The mania affected adults and children who danced until they collapsed from exhaustion and injuries.
Why? Why?
They don't really know why.
Okay.
But this happened for
Is it
it happened for like almost 300 years. It was between the 14th and 17th centuries.
And this, like, just these, it randomly happened in places. So, like, one person would start dancing and then they just join in and they just fucking can't stop.
I'm suspecting it has something to do with the bubonic plague, right? Because the 14th century was like when the
they lost it.
Yeah, I think they were a little crazy. Yeah.
Okay, obviously.
I mean, dealing with all that death. I mean, we're dealing with just, COVID, and I could see this happening. Us like going out and like dancing in the street or something. Like,
True.
Yeah. I think I think they were going a little nutty from coming out of the bubonic plague. Pandemic.
I see. Okay.
And all that. I don't know that, obviously.
That's your theory.
That's my working theory.
Okay.
There are several other working theories as to what the fuck was going on here, but no one knows for sure why the hell these people were experiencing dancing mania.
Huh. Okay.
So one of the earliest known incidents occurred sometime in the not the 1200s, sorry, in the 1020s.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like, I'm sure that whenever I get to like the incident, a lot of people are going to know what I'm talking about. But a lot of people are under the misconception that this happened one time in a city in France where the people like to dance. And that's not the case. There were actually multiple instances of this throughout history, which I thought was really crazy. So the 1020s in Bernburg, where 18 peasants began singing and dancing around a church. And they were totally disturbing a Christmas Eve service, just like wouldn't stop.
Where's Bernburg?
Bernburg. I don't know. Hang on. Let me Google it.
Sorry. I was just curious.
No, let's find out.
You mentioned France.
I like to mention France because it rhymes with dance. Bernburg is in Germany.
Okay.
Further outbreaks occurred during the 13th century, including one in 1237, in which a large group of children traveled from Erfurt to Arnstadt, which is about 12 miles.
Oh, damn.
Jumping and dancing all the way.
There's some fit kids.
They're just having fun, man. In marked similarity to the legend of the Pied Piper. That originated around the same time. So it's kind of like maybe the Pied Piper's based on a true fucking story where these children were just like dancing for 12 miles. Dancing, just jumping around and dancing and having the blast. And then another incident in 1278 involved about 200 people dancing on a bridge over the river Meuse. Hang on, let me make sure I'm saying that right.
You say?
Is that how you say it?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Muse.
No,
Meuse. Huh. The river Meuse. I was close. And the fucking bridge collapsed because of these people dancing on it. And they wouldn't stop.
I guess some of them died.
Well, many of the survivors were restored to full health at a nearby chapel dedicated to Saint Vitus.
They have to like strap them down to stop them from dancing.
Right? I don't know. It doesn't say. But the first major outbreak of the mania occurred between 1373 and 1374, with incidents reported in England, Germany, and the Netherlands.
Okay, wow.
So this dancing mania, man, like they weren't fucking around in the 14th and 17th centuries with it. And apparently as early as the 11th century, because the incident in Bernburg.
Huh.
Also, on June 24th, 1374, right after the bubonic death pandemic hit large parts of Europe, one of the biggest outbreaks began in Aachen? Hang on. Aachen.
Where's that?
It's in Germany.
Oh, okay.
And then
Germany's really taking
the dancing, yeah. And then it spread to other German cities and other countries, like Italy and Luxembourg from there. So that is dancing mania.
Okay.
Now, a German physician and medical writer, Justus Friedrich Karl Hecker, wrote a book called The Black Death and the Dancing Mania in 1888. He vividly described those affected. They formed circles hand in hand and, appearing to have lost all control over their senses, continued dancing, regardless of the bystanders, for hours together in wild delirium, until at length they fell to the ground in a state of exhaustion. They then complained of extreme oppression and groaned as if the agonies of death, until they were swathed in cloths bound tightly round their wrists, or not wrists, waists, upon which they again recovered and remained free from complaint until the next attack.
Okay.
It kind of makes me think of Black Snake Moan. How, like,
oh yeah,
you remember how her character would, like, I gotta fuck, I gotta have sex, and then she'd have that chain and, like, would pull that tight and be like, oh, I'm okay.
Yeah. Weird.
Right? At its peak, the mania affected 500 to 1,100 people, and while most recovered bodily control within 10 days from being affected, others relapsed one or more times.
Damn. Okay. I mean, I just did not know dancing was so addictive.
It is, apparently.
Yeah.
Dancing mania. Further episodes occurred in 1375 and 1376, with incidents in France, Germany, and the Netherlands. And in 1381, there was an outbreak in Augsburg, Bavaria. Further incidents occurred in 1418 in Strasbourg. Trying to do better. Strasbourg.
Yeah. I could be
Strasbourg.
Yeah, you're right. Strasbourg. Okay. Where people fasted for days, and the outbreak was possibly caused by exhaustion. Where they were fasting and, like, getting tired and not feeling their bodies, so they kind of went a little crazy and started dancing. In another outbreak in 1428 in Schaffhausen, a monk danced to death, and in the same year, a group of women in Zurich were repeatedly in a dancing frenzy.
Dancing what?
Frenzy.
Oh, okay.
Dancing frenzy. They were maniacs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I kind of admire their stamina.
Stamina and dedication.
Yeah,
man.
I couldn't even dance for 5 minutes straight, probably, at this point.
I don't think I could either.
Yeah.
I get real tired.
I'm in real bad shape, though, too.
Me too. I'm so out of shape.
Too much,
oh, my God.
Eating crap.
Sitting on my ass.
Yeah.
Not doing nothing. Yeah. You got to admire it.
Yeah. It's kind of impressive.
Not just the stamina, but the willpower.
Yeah.
Like, how did you not get bored?
Exactly.
Well, I guess it was the 13th or 17th century. It's like, how much else did they have to do?
It's true.
Okay, so the big one, right? The doozy. The one that most people think of whenever they hear dancing plague or dancing mania.
Okay.
In 1518, residents of the city of Strasbourg, then part of the Holy Roman Empire, but it's a city in France, were struck by a sudden and seemingly uncontrollable urge to dance. The hysteria kicked off when a woman known as Frau Trophea, I think that's
Frau Trophea,
stepped into the street and began to silently twist, twirl, and shake.
You think she twerked?
Twerked. I think she did. I think she was doing what's the stanky leg.
Oh my God.
And she was trying to teach them how to Dougie.
Oh my God. She was way ahead of her time.
Way ahead of her time. Way ahead of her time. But soon she had a large crowd around her.
Everybody staring at her?
Yeah, some were clapping.
She must have been doing pretty good then.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, if people want to come watch.
Good on you, girl.
You'd think she's doing good.
Yeah.
Some clapped, some laughed, while some just gazed in awe. To everyone's horror, Trophea kept dancing. She would collapse out of exhaustion each night
Well, yeah.
Her shoes soaked in blood.
Oh my God.
But would wake up the next morning only to start dancing again.
Holy shit. Poor feet. Wait, I mean, God, that she had to have been in pain.
One would think.
Yeah.
But she was getting attention. She had to do it for the views, do it for the likes, do it for the views, do it for the likes.
She wanted to get out there and be known.
Yeah. She kept up her solo dance-a-thon for nearly a week. It was like 6 days or something.
Oh my God.
And before long, some 36 other people had joined in.
I was going to say, like, how do they not just want to join her?
Here's my thing. Where's the band?
That is true. Like, where's the music?
Why haven't y'all started playing music
just
yet?
in your head?
I don't know. Maybe they did. Who knows?
Yeah.
But she had 36 other people who were like joining her. So
3 dozen?
Yeah, 36.
Oh,
so
I
it's
you
like
just said 3. I thought you meant 3.
No,
people.
3 dozen. 3 dozen.
Damn.
So what's up to like almost 40 people at this point?
Damn.
Yeah. By August. So this happened in July.
Okay.
So by August. So it's been going on for like a month.
Oh my.
The dancing epidemic had claimed as many as 400 victims. With no other explanation for the phenomenon, local physicians blamed it on hot blood.
Hot blooded. Oh my God. I mean, it's probably exhaustion. I would think they died of.
Well, maybe. Well,
Heart
I don't.
attack?
It says 400 victims. I don't know if that means that they died or if that just means that's how many people are
that's true.
dancing, that they've been like infected with the dancing mania.
Okay.
Do you want to know the prescription?
What do you mean? Like the cure?
Like the doctors are like, it's hot blood, right?
Yeah,
So
okay.
they're like, okay, so
ice baths.
they give a prescription. One would think.
Yeah.
No. They were suggested that they gyrate the fever away.
What they're already doing?
Apparently. They got twerk faster. They got to go faster.
Okay,
Gyrate.
I don't know what that who came up with that logic?
They were like, don't do that anymore. Crump. We want to see crump the fever away.
Yeah.
Gyrate the fever away.
Okay.
A stage was constructed.
What?
And professional dancers were brought in. The town even hired a band to provide backing
There you
music.
go.
There we go. There's the band.
Yeah.
But it wasn't long before the marathon started to take its toll.
Yeah.
Many dancers collapsed from sheer exhaustion. Some even died from strokes and heart
Oh,
attacks.
see, there you go.
The strange episode didn't end until September, when the dancers were whisked away to a mountaintop shrine to pray for absolution.
Who did they take breaks to go to the bathroom? Were they eating, drinking water?
Doesn't say. This article doesn't say.
How bizarre. And then, so were they dancing and praying up on the mountaintop?
No.
Just praying.
Just praying.
Okay.
Were whisked away.
They were able to stop.
Yep.
To pray. Okay.
So, the Strasbourg dancing plague might sound like the stuff of legend, but it's well documented in 16th century historical records. It's also not the only known incident of its kind. We already talked about similar manias took place in Switzerland, Germany, and Holland, though few were as large or as deadly as the one triggered in 1518.
So weird.
The exact number of casualties that occurred during the outbreak in Strasbourg remains to be known to date.
Oh.
Though one chronicle suggests, at least for a time, that as many as 15 people were dying every single day.
Holy, oh my God.
And again, this went on for like 3 months, July through September.
Damn.
A manuscript in the city's archive of the time offers a glimpse of the scale of the pandemic that followed. It read, "There's been a strange epidemic lately, going amongst the folk, so that many in their madness began dancing, which they kept up day and night without interruption until they fell unconscious. Many have died of it."
I mean, this is bizarre to me. How could you?
And there's no
just
explanation
keep
for
doing
it.
Yeah.
They just did. What else were they going to do? Like I said, they just came out of the bubonic plague, which I just watched Puppet History. I've been like going back Puppet History on Watch Your Entertainment. I just watched the one on the bubonic plague, which was apparently the very first one that they did. Like if you had the bubonic plague, you got buboes.
like boils, right?
Black I think they were called buboes or something.
Oh.
Bobos, boo-boos. Boo-boos.
Black?
You got a black boo-boo. Egg-shaped thing on your throat.
Ugh.
Imagine like you've seen people walking around with those. Or people like bleeding out of their eyes and their stuff. And like, I can kind of understand how maybe like dancing would be like,
okay, yeah, like a release.
A release.
I get that, but it's like, okay, you
but do it to your death. Yeah.
The bubonic plague, and now you're
going
to
to dance yourself to death.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come
it's
on.
so weird. It's so weird. So, like Trophea, I don't remember. Trophea. Many of the dancers were usually taken to the shrine of Saint Vitus, a Christian saint from Italy, where over time their movements ceased. Several cases of relapse were also chronicled, but eventually the epidemic just vanished from the city.
So bizarre.
What could have caused?
Yeah.
What could have led people to dance themselves to death?
You know that old saying, like, oh, if they go jump off a bridge, are you going to do it too?
I think that was all there was to it, because according to historian John Waller, the explanation most likely concerns Saint Vitus, who is a Catholic saint, and whose pious 16th century Europeans believed had the power to curse people with a dancing plague. When combined with the horrors of disease and famine, both of which were tearing through Strasbourg in 1518, the St. Vitus superstition may have triggered a stress-induced hysteria that took hold of much of the city.
Yeah, it sounds like all of the city.
Right? So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Whenever I read this was like the most bought into explanation, basically. So I kind of Googled, I'm not Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
So I Googled Saint Vitus. So this was a Christian saint from Sicily. He died as a martyr during the persecution of Christians by co-ruling Roman emperors. I'm not going to try to say those names. In 1303. Vitus is counted as one of the 14 holy helpers of the Roman Catholic Church. Vitus is considered the patron saint of actors, comedians, dancers, and epileptics. He is also said to protect against lightning strikes, animal attacks, and oversleeping, and is the patron saint of Bohemia. So, like, Catholic legend says invoking the wrath of Saint Vitus would provoke compulsive dancing.
It's weird because when I grew up Catholic, and when I was confirmed, you have to pick a saint, like your saint name. And I picked Genesis because it was the patron saint of actors. So when you said that about Vitus, I was like, wait a minute.
I'm not Catholic, and I pulled this from a viola.biz, so I could be wrong.
Well, it's actors, lawyers, barristers, clowns, comedians, converts, dancers, people with epilepsy, music. They're very similar, I feel like.
Yeah, that
Weird.
Sounds exactly the same. Vitus
Yeah.
and Genesis.
Huh. Okay.
I wonder if, like, you know, just how Christianity, how you can be Catholic, Baptist, how they can be
Yeah.
different things. Maybe there is within the Catholic Church as well.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So
Anyway, sorry, I just thought that was
No,
great.
that is interesting.
Yeah.
And then you said Genesis, my old ass. I was totally like,
Band.
yeah, I was going to be like, because of the band. Is that why you picked it? Because of the band?
Yeah, totally.
Man, there used to be this music video for them where it was, this is the world we live in. Oh, you remember that song? Well, anyways, the music video was like puppets.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that video fucking terrified me as a kid.
Oh, shit.
I thought it was so scary. Oh, that freaked me out. But yeah, Genesis, it's a good band. I like their music.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an old soul when it comes to music, though. I'm Fleetwood Mac,
Mhm.
Genesis. Like, give me that all day, every day.
Eagles.
Yeah. So other theories have suggested the dancers were members of a religious cult, or even that they accidentally ingested ergot, a toxic mold that grows on damp rye and produces spasms and hallucinations.
Okay, well, I would say that's a little more scientific of an answer than...
No, St. Vitus did it.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
Then why
Don't
did they
eat that
stop?
moldy bread?
Why did they stop when they were taken to the church? Or bound?
That's a good question.
They were just a bunch of subs who were looking for their doms, man. They just needed somebody to come in there and be like, no, we're going to tie you up real good. You're going to kneel.
Real kinky town,
Kneel.
I guess.
Oh, my God. You remember that scene in Fleabag with Hot Priest where he's like, kneel.
I can't talk about that show.
Andrew Scott.
It was so fucking good.
Oh, my God. It's so good. I'm still heartbroken that it's done.
I remember I watched that end scene like of them like so many times, and I just like cry every fucking time.
He's so hot.
Sorry, I've been cussing a lot in this episode. I apologize.
Who gives a shit? He's real hot.
Oh my God. And then when I found out he was gay, I was like, God.
I know, because it's like
I had a chance.
I had a chance before I found out that you're gay. Now I don't have a chance. Oh,
they were so good together too. Now I want to go back and watch it again.
I'd be real good with him. I'd take care of you. Andrew Scott.
If only.
He was in, I was so excited whenever I found out he was going to be in His Dark Materials.
Oh, yeah. He
was in like 2 or 3 episodes, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I was very disappointed. But he's in a bunch of other things right now. I still need to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's in a couple of things on Amazon or that Oslo show.
Oh, yeah.
Or movie. I think it was a movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I've seen it on Netflix.
Yeah. I have a bunch of Andrew Scott material to get through. Luckily, Omicron is going to give me more time.
Right. It's never
Jesus
ending.
Christ.
Also,
man.
Hey, could everybody knock it off? Like, I'd like to find a man, and I'm not going to go date during this,
I keep thinking, like, yeah, I am, oh my God. But back to the ergot thing.
Yes. We digress.
So the ergot thing, I thought that was interesting because that's also a theory for the Salem witch trials.
Oh, really?
How that whole thing got kicked off is that there were like some kids that just like were almost acting like they were having seizures, but they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
And the people would be like, who's doing this to you? And so the kids were just like, they are, and just kind of pointed at somebody. And somebody kind of theorized that the whole reason the Salem witch trials kind of got kicked off is because those kids accidentally ingested ergot.
Oh, interesting.
And with a bunch of adults telling them, no, somebody's making you do this. Tell us who it was.
Kids.
Right?
Damn. Okay. Anyway.
But anyway, most people just contribute the dancing plague to mass hysteria and moral panic at the end of the day.
Okay. I mean, I can see it. I mean, they've said that there's like the real thing, like mass hysteria. I could see that. But that extended period of time?
Right? Like 3 months?
Yeah. I mean,
it's crazy.
Well, and then even if it was the bread again, that's a very lengthy time. And if they're dancing, you're sweating out the toxins. Like
you would think,
out,
And like with Frau
Trophia,
it says that she just went into the street and was just like swaying.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't like having a seizure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But if you think that mass hysteria is confined to the dark pre-Renaissance agents, not agents. If you're a dark pre-Renaissance agent, that would be awesome. Ages, you'd be wrong. In 1999, 26 school children in Belgium fell ill after drinking cans of Coca-Cola.
It was the cocaine.
It was 1999, so...
Oh, I thought you said 1929.
No, 1999.
Coke probably wasn't even around then. Okay.
There was no cocaine in Coca-Cola anymore.
No cocaine.
Not anymore. After this was reported in the news, more students in other schools were all of a sudden falling ill. Coca-Cola withdrew nearly 30 million cans from the market, as about 100 people eventually complained of feeling unwell after drinking their product.
Ooh.
Except when they were examined, nothing organically wrong was found. Like nothing was wrong. And the students had drank cans from different factories. So it was just this kind of mass hysteria panic thing that everybody freaked out about.
Yeah.
So... also, this isn't mass hysteria or panic, but it kind of made me think about it. I don't know if you've seen these videos where it's like this prank video that somebody will set up a camera and there'll be people like sitting nearby or whatever. And they'll walk by and they'll like pretend to trip over something invisible.
Okay.
And then somebody else will walk by and do the same thing. And then the person like who's getting pranked will like get up and like go over and like be swinging their arms or their legs around or whatever, trying to find the invisible thing that was tripped over.
Oh my God.
Your mind can play tricks on you.
Absolutely.
And whenever multiple people are telling you like, this is the thing or this isn't the thing, there are a lot of people, unfortunately, who will just go along with that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Sheeple
for sure. So we'd like to think that, you know, if everyone else were to run and jump off a bridge, would you do it too? We'd like to think the answer's no, but
I guess another reason not to eat bread too, you know?
Right? Killer carbs.
I love bread.
Anyways, well, Frau Trophia, here's to you,
Here's
man.
to you, girl.
You set off a
Cheers.
something.
Yeah, I mean, what a tale to tell.
And here's to dancing.
Yes. Just dance.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Tipsy Exchange.
Want to hear more? Please leave a review, then visit thetipsyexchange.com to sign up for emails.
You can also follow us on your preferred listening apps, as well as Twitter or Instagram.
Until next time,
Cheers.